two switches to replace today. This one is for your fan, and this one is for your light source. And light source here happens to be above the sink in the toilet. I want to change this switch out to a dimmer switch, and this switch to just a normal switch. But I don't like the paint drips, the dirt, filth on top of them, and I don't even like the tan color. So the homeowners have decided to go with a simple white switch that looks very much like a single pulse switch, but if you notice on the side there's a little tab, and this is a slide that will turn it up and down. When you're buying your switches, on the back, please read the instructions on how many light bulbs and how much wattage your dimmer can hold. This dimmer can hold up to 600 watts, and the current appliance or the current light fixture that is in the bathroom has 3 bulbs with each bulb rating at 40 watts. So that is 120 watts. This is rated for 600 watts right there. It is also for incandescent. If you are using a fluorescent light, make sure that it says fluorescent. And it'll also tell you how much and what it is, because they actually have single pole and double pole. Double pole is where you have 2 switches in the room, one on one side, one on the other. So you can turn the light coming in or going out. For example, in a family room or dining room, they have 2 switches. But this is a single pole switch, and it is a dimmer switch. And it's very, very easy to install, and that's what we're going to show you how to do today. So the first thing we need to do is we need to remove the 2 old switches that are in here. And one thing you want to do, I loosened up the screws just a little bit, and I took the butt and I popped them. That broke the seal of paint that where they painted over the front of this. So that broke that, and that way when I'm backing these out, I don't rip the latex paint and have to do touch-up work on that. So these can simply come out, and I'm going to show you the wiring involved. And I would say that these are probably wired in a circuit, which means in a row. So very easy to do. And we want to make sure that when we wire them back, that we wire them correctly. The appliance, when I say the appliance, I mean the switch. The switch, both of these are single pulse switches, and they both run on regular electricity, probably 15 to 20 amp service probably. I could check the breaker in the box. When you pull yours out, you will notice they will either be in the back or on the side, and this one has both. I got 2 on the side and 1 in the back. If you notice, the ground is empty. That's a little old school. That tells you this thing's not been up to code because nobody's ever changed it out. There is a ground screw on here for a reason. And what we're going to do is we're going to add a ground wire tied back in. When you pull this out, you'll see. I may have to pull back in here. You see this little, that is your ground wires. So the circuit is grounded, but your switches are not, because these should be tied in. So what we're going to do, we're going to add a new copper line from right here, and we're just going to tie it in back over here. All of your neutrals are joined together. There's no need to do anything at all with that. You'll also notice right here this pigtail. Now this is interesting. What they've done is they have your power coming in, and off of here you got power in, power out, and power continuing on the circuit. So they're running not just this switch, but also this one off of one electric line. And that's okay. What I don't like seeing is a non-grounded, I don't like to see it. This wire stuck to the back. That's no big deal. We can simply remove that and add that to the slide here. And over on this side, you'll notice that the power here on the bottom is applied from this pigtail here. It actually does a small loop around this post or this terminal and is carried over to the power on this side here. This continues on up to the fan, and this one continues on to the light fixture. What you do not see is a ground wire on the switches and an old school wiring. It's grandfathered in. Back in the back, you can see where they took all the grounds and put back there. What I do now is I just tie in a couple of ground wires from here to the ground wire on the new appliance. So let's get started on that. Pop what out of what place?
That stuff.
What are you talking about? This? I'm replacing these lines.
Dad, why did you turn it?
I turned it so I could see what I was doing here in the front.
But I want to see it.
Well, you can see the video when I'm all done. All right. On. Ready? This is a dimmer switch, and as this goes up, the lights come up like that. Let's see if this fan works. Wonderful.